From the dark realms of Alampur to the majestic virtuosos like Lang Lang, to those who are intermediate. You're watching this video because you're playing the piano from square zero. So let's get to it. Now, the piano by far is one of the best instruments ever created in the last 300 years. Please don't argue with me. But you're probably watching this because you're an absolute beginner that hasn't got your grimy hands on the piano or only know how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. But don't worry, I'll fix that with some basic information and tips. Some basic knowledge you should know about the piano is that it has 88 keys, 52 being white and 36 being black and slim. This will rage bait you every time if you fat finger. Ain't I right, cameraman? To add on, the piano goes through this way to identify each white key. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There are the black keys, those are the sharps and flats, but I won't cover those yet. When you start reading sheet music, you'll see a variety of notes, symbols, and words. I'll give you a basic understanding of all this stuff, but remember, it is up to you to research the stuff you don't know. Hopefully. When reading sheet music, you'll see boxes separated by lines. The lines are called bar lines, and inside 2 bar lines is called a measure. You go to the end of a piece or song, you'll see 2 lines, one thin, one thick. And if you use your brain for a bit, you'll figure out what it means. If you haven't figured it out, it means that the song is finished. Now, in these measures are lines and spaces. On the treble clef, or the right hand, it goes like this for the lines, E, G, B, D, and F. And on the spaces, it goes G, F, A, C, E, G. On the bass clef, or the left hand, it goes G, B, D, F, A for the lines, and F, A, C, E, G, B for the spaces. Time signature tells you how many beats go in one measure. For example, 4/4 time means that you're playing 4 notes with the quarter note being 1 beat. The 4/4 time signature is not the only time signature you'll see, but the most common. So if you see a time signature you're not familiar with, remember to research, or else you'll be as bad as Alampur. When reading sheet music, you'll also see different types of symbols, including a hashtag, a B, and a shape that looks like 2 L's combined. These are called accidentals, just how like making this video was an accident. But in all seriousness, the hashtag is called a sharp, which means your note goes up 1/2 step, as shown above. The B is called a flat, which means your note goes down 1/2 step. And the 2L is called a natural, that cancels the other 2 accidentals, which means you play the bass note. As you start going to piano books like piano adventure books, you'll start seeing symbols left of the time signature called the key signature. You'll see sharps and flats, and that means you're playing on a certain scale. I won't go into detail with scales, but what you need to know is that when there are certain sharps or flats in a key signature, that means you play that note either as a sharp or flat unless told not to by a natural. Now I saved the best one for last. Notes and rest, which you will see in the measures I just mentioned, have several different types. Here are the basics. Notes tell you what you play and how long you hold, while rests tell you how long you rest. For example, quarter notes and rest last for 1 beat, half notes and rest last for 2 beats, and whole note and rest last for 4 beats. Later on, you will see other notes like dotted half and quarter notes, eighth notes and rests, and 16 notes and rests. I'll cover that and some other key components in a later video, since you won't meet those for a few years or months. Who knows? Now you're ready to play at a abysmally bad level. So let's make it a bit easier with 10 tips. Tip 1. Write down the notes you play. It'll make reading your music easier. You're not some professionals who can sight read anything. Tip 2. Do not curve your fingers or lay your fingers too much, as this will make it hard for you to reach some notes, or you'll be fat fingering a lot of notes. Tip 3. Keep your fingers close to the keyboard. I will stress this, since if you keep your fingers too far away, you'll miss some notes, and also you don't have more control over your sound. Tip 4. Use the Liszt triple S rule. First S is to practice slow. Second S is to practice piece with separate hands. First do with the left hand, then right. And finally, the third S is to play the music piece in small sections. That way, you can make sure you squeeze out all the details and make sure you don't have any mistakes that will cost you. Tip 5. Practice parts you're not good or familiar with. When you make a mistake, do not try and play the whole song. That just wastes time. Tip 6. Record yourself so you can catch mistakes you didn't hear while playing. Trust me, I didn't listen to that advice, and it took me a long time to find out what I was playing wrong. Tip 7. Use a metronome so you can have a stable rhythm. Once you get used to playing piano, you'll use the metronome for tempo, but right now you just need to have a stable rhythm. Tip 8. Make sure you have good posture, relax shoulders and elbows, and make sure you have rest between practice sessions. Tip 9. Practice playing short daily sessions instead of long scattered sessions. Doing it every day for 30 minutes will help you improve a lot. Tip 10. The most important thing in my opinion is to say the notes you read out loud, as this honestly helps you secure the notes you play in your mind faster. Now you're ready to play the basics of piano. I hope you enjoy this video and make sure you don't hurt your fingers and keep a non-gamer posture. See ya!